Alright guys, you're watching the Rhythmix RSL 3. This is our second match of the day in this Group D. In the first match of the day, Frere did take down GuMiho with 3-2. This is Scarlett against GuMiho and the score is 1-1. I'm joined by Desro. Desro,
Guys.
how do you enjoy this TVZ we're watching?
Scarlett pulled a pretty amazing game one. If you still haven't watched game one for whatever reason, go watch it. And game two, it was a really funky game. Freaking turns going 11-11, trying to be too aggressive. I just want to see a nice macro game because I know Scarlett can do amazing things.
Okay, player introduction, man.
So in the top right, in the top left corner, playing from Canada for Team Acer, we have Scarlett. In the top right corner, playing from South Korea for Team FXO, we have GuMiho.
That was a bit of a special one. You're just gonna die of laughing after doing this. Okay, I'll do the next one. I'll show you how it's done. Okay, Scarlett scouting through the bottom left first, wrong way, as GuMiho is on the top right hand side of the map. He's gonna open with the classic barracks at his ramp. No funky 11-11 on this map. The distance apart from the bases are really big, so GuMiho just looking to maybe play standard this game.
Probably. I mean, not only is the map really big, it's also really hard to scout your opponent. So yeah, 11-11 out of the question. And so far GuMiho hasn't added a gas, so like you said, probably going to go for an expand.
I casted some really good TVZ on this map earlier. I think it was Braddock where he went mech.
Scarlett for going for a 3 hatch before pull. It's going to be interesting.
She's held it once, so why not again? And yeah, GuMiho gonna go for the quick command center here, the gasless expand, as Scarlett goes for the 3 hatches. Gas or pull first? Looks like pull. Well, she didn't use her money right after, so.
Yep.
So not as greedy as in the first game. I just want to see her make like 3 hatch and then gas and then pull.
Yeah.
That would be sick. Sickest mind game.
GuMiho going double gas after 1 Rex, 1 command center.
Maybe
you'll see sometime.
Maybe some Helen play into Banshee, into mech. That would be cool.
Yeah. A lot of turns like to go 3 command center and then tech some, but GuMiho didn't take that path.
Look at my observing view. It looked like a use map setting, not like a real game. You see it?
Yeah, I agree with the yeah.
This Marine, man, he's going to town with his
poles.
depot. You're not welcome here. The Overlord is gonna fly into the main of GuMiho, and Scarlett might spot both of the gases. Oh no, she chose to pull back. Well, she couldn't know, I guess, but would have been nice to be able to spot this refinery before moving back. No, she spotted nothing. She might even think that she didn't see a gas, which would be very sad. And Scarlett adding 2 gases now, joining up quite a bit, making 4 Zerglings. 3 queens are on the way, so those injects can start as soon as possible. GuMiho gonna go for the standard reactor, the Hellion here. And well, just making SCVs so far, nothing too fancy. Okay, starports following this, so yeah, I do think we might see a Banshee. I know GuMiho is very fond of those. Tech Lab on the barracks, confirming my thoughts here. Desro, are you still with us?
Well, yeah, there's nothing out of the ordinary going on for Scarlett. She's droning up like a beast, like usual. Well, she's supply buck right now, though, for a little bit. But she's going to keep droning up. She's started the creep tumor at the natural, going up to 4 queens.
Yeah, and I really like this. I really like this extra queen. She's going to be able to start creep spreading a lot early on. And we've seen those top Zerg players. I mean, like they have creep knocking at the entrance of your base by the 10th minute, which is always good to have. It gives you so much speed, so much mobility, so much vision. GuMiho going for the cloak Banshee, as I was kind of predicting slash hoping here. Scarlett is getting speed before taking 2 lair and 2 evolution chambers as well. So her lair is actually going to be really late here. Oh, GuMiho may be going for the run by here with 4 Hellions. It's going to be able to fry those Zerglings and maybe a couple drones. The walker kill count so far is 0, 2, 3. I shouldn't be able to get that many, but Scarlett is actually using way too many drones to try to defend this. Queens now joining the fight, doing a very good job. 5 workers killed for 3 Hellion dead so far. One of them is gonna find his way back. It's like going backwards, man. It's like doing laps in the base of Scarlett. And 3 Hellions going into the 3rd base of Scarlett. There is a lot of drones. They're all clumped up. Oh my god!
Wow.
10 kills so far total on those Hellions. And Banshee and the Cloak is gonna finish. We already have a Banshee in the natural of Scarlett. Scarlett is falling apart right now. She's losing so many drones. 20 walkers killed right now. Cloak being used on that Banshee. And GuMiho is just going to target those drones. A Spore is being made immediately from Scarlett here. But, well, I mean, what can she do? She can send the drones away, buying herself some time. But this Banshee is still going to kill so many of those drones. She's going to follow them around. So Scarlett does not even bother. She just leaves her drones here to die from this one Banshee. The Spore is going to finish soon. But GuMiho is being very careful. He's going to pull back right now with the one Banshee and maybe head into the 3rd base or maybe into the main. All of the bases are going to have a Spore quarters, which is really going to help against those Banshees, but not against those Hellions. 8 Hellions right now looking for something to kill. Scarlett did see this coming, so she made a lot of Zerglings, and her defense was actually much better than I thought it would be. I thought she might die right there and then. Well, she did lose 30 drones, but well, she's remade them, I guess. 36 drones to 40 SCVs. How is this possible, man? You know what? You wanna know what happens if a Protoss lose 30 probes since the start of the game?
The game's over. I really like what GuMiho did. Scarlett is under heavy pressure, so GuMiho just took the liberty of expanding and putting the command center right at the 3rd, not in his main, so he didn't have to lift off and lose some mining time. That was really cool by GuMiho. But yeah, Scarlett, I don't know. It was the price to pay. Like, I don't know how Zergs usually do this. She went for 5 queens. She didn't have speed, and she struggled to hold the aliens. But now she seems to be back into making drones and hopefully coming back.
Yeah, she's stabilized, but well, GuMiho is still very far ahead in my opinion. The worker count is very even. Well, I guess she just pulled a bit ahead, but he's gonna have triple mule to work with. And he's getting a Raven. He started his upgrades
look at
on
the
his mech.
at the 3rd, so many aliens.
Oh my god, yeah. They're like, there is no amount of Zerglings, this amount of Hellions would ever be scared of. And they just move in, get a couple kills here still.
14 aliens. There was one that died, but 14 aliens there on the 3rd.
40 walkers killed in total right now for GuMiho. And I think he's just gonna hit a big timing with maybe 2-2 mech or just, well, maybe even 1-1, just because he's 1-1, he's gonna finish at the same time as he should have like 130 supply, which is a very good amount of mech army to have. He also has a Raven to be able to kill those Cryptomorphs. Zerglings moving in now. GuMiho has to be very careful, so those Scarlets. Good transfuses used from those queens. Scarlett should try to put down a couple more Cryptomorphs maybe, but this Raven, man. This Raven is like the savior.
These aliens, man, they're in for a barbecue. They're hungry.
Oh, really nice fungal on a couple of those units. Scarlett is going to be able to get 2 of those Banshees. Well, getting all of them actually. And now, just a couple Hellions left for GuMiho. We have to see which units are going to come out of those hatchets for Scarlett, trying to hold this attack right now. 5 Hellions are left, 1 queen. GuMiho goes for more drones. He's going to get some of those Hellions fungal, really nice fungal, catching 4 of the Hellions here. Zerglings are going to finish the job as well as 1 roach. Just 1 roach.
That's enough apparently. The worker count 62 for GuMiho, and Scarlett is at 52 drones. She's going into Hive, she's getting Aspire. She wants to go for the good old Infestor Broodlord and pray.
Okay, look at the production tab. Just look at the production tab. It's ridiculous by GuMiho, getting so much of everything. Blue Flame, Siege Tanks, 2-2, Thors, Banshees, Hellions, Orbital Commands, Command Center, Reactor. It's just getting everything you could get. And well, this last run by didn't seem to do too much. Still 47 drones kills for GuMiho in this game, who's up by about 20 supply. Scarlett did start her Hive, and Spire had she's playing like she's stabilized all the time, but somehow it looks like GuMiho just has so much more, but then he ends up throwing away all those armies just to kill a bunch of drones and Cryptomorphs instead of just hitting a big timing to try to end the game. And because of that, Scarlett is still in this game. If she reaches Hive, she's a very scary Hive player. She can get such good mixes of units and control them so well. So Scarlett is still in this somehow.
Yep. The Hive finishes for Scarlett. I'm really curious to see. Oh, right away, or almost right away, starts morphing the Spire into a greater Spire. Scarlett, pretty good creep spread, not the usual. I have the whole map because I'm Scarlett creep spread, but she's getting there. She had quite a bit of trouble getting there.
GuMiho did a very good job of denying the creep spread for a long time, but Scarlett is still doing her work.
Scarlett on 7 infestors right now, and GuMiho is moving out the middle of the map with quite a lot of units, 3 Banshees, 3 Taurs, 2 tanks, a lot of aliens.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see.
This is going to be so hard for Scarlett. Her army right now is 2 Zerglings, 8 Roaches, 7 Infestors, and 4 Queens. That's really such a small army, but she's still moving in. 59 supply army to the 90 of GuMiho. Those Taurs are going to do such a great work against everything Scarlett has right now. She needs to buy enough time for Broodlords, but she doesn't even have the Corruptors out right now. And
she's back to 80 drones, surprisingly. So if she can hold for a little bit, she might be able to.
She had to not make army for some time. I think she should have just turned around this army of GuMiho and tried to kind of base trade for some time if she wanted to have a chance. But now she's let GuMiho basically siege right in front of her third, and Scarlett now moving in for the kills, sending a lot of those infested Terrans first before finally attacking. GuMiho supply right now far superior to Scarlett. Scarlett supply plummeting, losing a lot of army, but it looks like maybe she might do it. She just has so few units left. She's sending a couple more infested Terrans. She has 1 Queen and a couple Roaches, resupplying on 1 Infestor, 3 Corruptors, and a couple Roaches. She might actually have held this somehow. I'd never expected her to be able to hold this. And a 1-1 upgrade for those Roaches. GuMiho has to make upgrades. Working on 3-3 right now. Is making Banshees plus make units at least 6 or 8 at a time. GuMiho did snipe the force base of Scarlett, whose economy is going to be much weakened by this. Those Banshees doing some work here, sniping a couple more of those Infestors. And those Corruptors are going to join the fight now to kill those Banshees. But those Hellions, they have to be denied by those Roaches. Pulling back now is GuMiho, who has 3 tanks siege down the ramp. Those Roaches now moving in for the kill on those tanks, but they don't have that good upgrades. 2-1 now against the 2-2 tanks. And Scarlett is barely going to hold here. She has to make Broodlords, morphing 2 of them now. And GuMiho knows he has to finish her now because she's most likely getting Hive units tech. He keeps on sending units, but now he has only 2 tanks and 12 Hellions, which is really not much to do against anything a Zer can make, especially Roaches. Scarlett remaking a force hatch at her force base, and GuMiho is actually kind of running out of minerals on his first 3 bases. There is so few minerals left on those. He does have a force base. He's making even more orbital commands. He can start flying command centers everywhere, but realistically, Scarlett is still in this game. Maybe if she can get a bit more Broodlords, she could maybe win this. And GuMiho now moving in with a lot of Hellions, 2 tanks. The rest of his army is actually not here. He's making Thors at home. I think he's going to need something like 2 Ports Viking here to maybe win this game.
He's totally not prepared for a Viking switch right now, which is kind of what Scarlett is hoping for. Or a big chance in making a comeback into this game is GuMiho not having Vikings. I mean, the Taurs can still shoot up, but it's better to be facing Tor than to be facing Vikings for the moment. Look at those aliens. So many aliens. 17 aliens denying a fort base.
And 3-3 upgrades.
Every day.
3-3 upgrades finally finishing. Scarlett is not going to cancel the hatchery. She tries to save it somehow. A first fungal being used on those units, but those tanks are sieged. And GuMiho is going to get this base, losing maybe those 2 tanks. Actually, Scarlett chooses not to move in just yet. Maybe one more fungal here. Those Infestors trying to chase those units as much as they can. We have just 2 Broodlords out on the map, but all of those Queens, they're going to follow those Broodlords and try to transfuse them as much as possible in those fights. In the meantime, 4 Thors A Thor run by happening on the other side of the map. Sniping overlords,
She's
man.
supply blocks so hard. Holy.
Yeah, 130 net supply out of 104 right now. And Scarlett is gonna move in on those stores. Maybe use a couple infested terrains. I would have liked to see at least one fungal. And she realizes she doesn't have enough supply. And GuMiho's macro behind this is actually maxed. He has even more supply at the end of the fight than he had in the start of it. So
It was really interesting to see how Scarlett went for like 5 queens, but didn't manage to hold the drops that well. I mean, Whirlwind is not a ladder map. Whirlwind is not a map I guess you practice every day. I don't know if it's in the Iron Squid map pool, but maybe she just wasn't used to handling that many islands on that specific map. But yeah, I still believe she can come back from the deficit 1-2. So after the break, we'll be back with you guys for game 4. Stay tuned.